Well, 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 well. Hello, everybody. How in the heck is everybody doing? Man, oh man, oh man, I'm surprised I made it back to my chair in time. Yes, sirree, Babarooney. Man, phew. Hey, everybody. Let's start right out with Ron Lockwood, Art, Peter Carroll, Phantom, Rick, Halbert, Chris Hope, welcome. Cardoso, welcome. Oh, who else we got? Dennis Lovelady, hello, sir. T-Bird. Oh, we got the whole gang here. Brent Nunley. Bob Casey. Now, I know I mentioned Chris Hope. He's doing his usual thing of posting all these links for me, man. That's really cool. I appreciate it. Phantom Hodges drone. Dennis Lovelady, yep. Oh, ooh. Bob, you did it, man. You were the first one to post in chat, it looks like. Well, maybe I need to switch to live chat just to make sure I'm not. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think maybe you might have been the first one to post in chat tonight. That's pretty cool. Boy, I tell you what a day I've had. Man, it's been busy. Busy. First thing, let me ask, yeah, it's about to slow down. That's right. I'm about to go. Yep, pretty soon. Drone Life RC, welcome. What's everybody up to tonight? As you can see, where am I at? I gotta go here, and then I gotta kind of put this up here like that. Oh, I didn't mean for that to happen. Boy, that was kind of weird. Maybe I need to go here and do that. And then, yeah, and now let's test this thing out here. Let's see what happens. There we go. We got it working now. Okay, just testing, guys, just in case somebody throws some super chats in there. You know, I got to have them cannons working. How's everybody doing? What's going on? Jim, Above and Beyond, welcome. You was waiting on me. Bob, why was you waiting on me, man? Don't wait on me. If I ain't here, hell, start without me. I'll catch up. Sooner or later, I will catch up. You guys may notice that I've got a blank spot next to me here tonight. That's because Mr. Lloyd Mendenhall asked if it would be all right if he takes the night off. So I'm going to throw this out there. Jim, you want to come and visit? You want to jump on here and visit? I'll send you a password. If you'd like to. It's up to you. Anyway, how's everybody doing? Tell folks how good that toffee was. Man, I tell you what. that stuff was all but amazing, Art. Yeah, that was really, really good. He didn't forget his anti-invisible cream. He asked for the night off. He said he's had a couple of rough days and a couple of long nights, and well, you know, he's old. I mean, you know, it's pretty much that simple. Lloyd is just the poor guy, you know. I can't, you know, I don't know. I'm not going to make excuses for him. I'm not going to pick on him too hard. Okay, let's see here. If I do this right, where am I at? I'm in this input, so I can create a thing right here. And I can do, whoops, no, I need to go like that. I'll get here, Jim. I'll get here. I will get here in just a minute. Jim, you already know you got to go to vmixcall.com, right? On your Chrome browser. So go to vmixcall.com and put that password in, and I will bring you in and set you up, and we'll do it all live so we can see how easy it is to bring in a fresh camera and an input and get everything going. The president can't take the heat. Yeah, that's right, Phantom. That's, you know, you get what you pay for when you vote for Lloyd for president. I'll tell you what. Yeah, it's going to be kind of interesting. But I did go out and fly a little bit today. I went to over on the Arkansas River. I went to a lock and dam and shot some video at the lock and dam. That turned out pretty nice. Looks like Jim's coming to life. I see a gray camera. No video yet, but I see him in there. I see he's trying to come in anyway. I think you said hi, but not hi, Art. Yeah, hi, Art. Okay, now we got Jim's video coming. So, let's see. I'm going to switch. What can I do here? I know what I can do. I can switch to this and let you guys watch me do all this setup to get Jim put up in the scene here. So put that up there and then go to settings there. And let's see, I guess probably right here would be as good a place as any. Put in above and beyond drones. And then see how big it is. See how it's all real big over there in the preview screen? I gotta shrink that down because it's actually in my set scene selection. So I gotta go to his camera setting right here, and I just gotta shrink it on down about like that. Something like that. Maybe a little more. About that much. And then I gotta move it over about like that, and then I gotta move it down about like that, and I have to shrink it down just a hair more to make it fit. Move it down just a wee bit, and that takes care of that. And then when I say cut, we get Cannons and Jim all at once. How you doing, Jim?
Good. How you feeling?
Oh man, I'm wore out. I'm tired, but it'll be all right. I'll get over it. Let's see, is this stuff here working? Yeah, that's working. I could see the smile on Jim's face. Yeah, so I was a little bit disappointed today.
What happened?
Well, I went out to the river and I flew the drone and shot some video. I flew the Mavic 2 Pro with a smart controller with an ND8 filter, shot some really nice looking film, and well, it turns out that I was going to go live from there with the smart controller, and I made sure, I mean, I got video of all this stuff that I did, but I closed out YouTube a couple times, opened it back up, went back into the app, tried to go to YouTube. It kept saying waiting for Google authentication, or Google account authentication or something. And the funny thing is the other day I flew the drone out here in the front yard live, taking exactly the same steps.
Right.
And it worked. I mean, it streamed live. And today it wouldn't do it.
Does everybody know what we're talking about that you and I have been testing out?
Yeah, we should talk about that a little bit. That's part of why I asked you to go ahead and come on. We've been talking about, between the two of us, trying to solve the problem of live streaming from the smart controller and or the Crystal Sky.
Right.
Now, Jim, you're not quite at 1,000 subscribers, right?
No, I'm only at 700 and change.
Okay, so that's part of the problem there on your side, because you have to do it through the RTMP server.
Right.
But since I made 1,000, I turned into a good guinea pig for you, didn't I? I can test all this crap.
That's true, because now we've got both sides of it. We've got the smart controller and the Crystal Sky. I know I was talking to Dennis about it too.
And the RTMP and the ability to stream from a mobile device. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we've got it from all sides because we're trying it on iOS. Well, we know iOS works, at least with RTMP, but it's the Android systems that DJI gives us that don't work.
And it's not even the Android system, it's the browser they use. I've got it narrowed down. It's not the Android problem, it's the browser. They've got the user authentication for Google and Google services blocked in their browser. Because if you install a different browser on either one of those two devices, you can go look at YouTube, you can go to Google Play Store, you can do anything you want. You just can't do it with their browser. Okay? So I've done that. I've installed a secondary browser, and hey, Mike B, Jim's twice as loud as I am? Really? Well, let me turn Jim down a little bit then. I just happen to be able to control that. Let me back him down to about right about there. That might make it a
One,
little
two,
better.
three. Am I better now, guys?
Yeah, it's even better on my end, Jim. I should have known to set your audio before I brought it in, but that's all right. At least
Okay.
Mike mentioned it. My next step that I'm going to do is try and eliminate the browser that they use completely. I'm going to try and uninstall it from the smart controller. I don't know if it'll let me or not, but I'm going to try and just totally get rid of it. That way, the thing only has one choice of browser to use.
They might have it tied in with the Go4 app, though. I don't know.
Well, no. I don't see how it can be. I mean, software-wise, you know. Because the Go4 app recognizes the other browser because I used it the other day. So I know that it works.
And if you saw Mel's Facebook live streams, those were through the system he's talking about.
Yeah, I did a couple of, they were dark because they was in here with no lights on or nothing, sitting right here at the desk. But you can stream direct to Facebook from the smart controller, but you can't stream direct to Google, YouTube. So in the process of trying to get this problem solved, I sent a message to DJI, to which I never got a reply on Twitter. So my next step that I did was I actually got on tech support live chat with DJI. And Jim, I shared the video of that with you, the chat video. What did they basically tell me to do in that? What was their solution?
Well, first he was trying to say that there was a firmware update coming out.
Yeah,
And
he
then I
did try
showed
to say
you.
there'd be a firmware update.
Then I showed you my link that I had put in their DJI forums back in 2018, right?
Yeah.
So there's no firmware coming out. They did this on purpose, whatever it is they did. And
Hey,
it's not an advertised feature of the smart
Kiwi,
controller or
hang
the
on
Crystal
just
Sky.
a minute, Jim. Kiwi, I know you're upset with me because I've not yet sent the gimbal to you. As soon as I get to work and get enough money to send that thing all the way to New Zealand, it will be sent. If you're going to come in here and create hate, I'd just soon not even have you here. And if you're going to continue to create hate, I will kick you out. So be mad at me, but don't be rude in my chat to all the other people that are here. All right? It's just that simple. I'd appreciate it. Okay, Jim, go ahead.
Well, I was just saying that I had posted something back in 2018 when we got and they didn't advertise this to anybody who was buying the smart controller or the Crystal Sky.
Nope.
And we paid, we paid for these 1,000 nits, and then to find out that they're going to restrict it like that, it's just unfair.
Well, they just block Google services. Everything else is wide open. I mean, you can go to browsers, you can open up websites, you can do all kinds of stuff. I mean, it is a smart device. It's basically a smart tablet. But in their browser, they block the Google services stuff. And when I asked the guy in tech support, I said, well, why do you block Google? He says, well, consider using another platform. He basically told me to take a hike, we're not gonna do anything about it. He said, I said, what do you mean another platform? He says, well, thank you for understanding, but maybe you should use another platform. And I said, you mean like Facebook? And he said, yeah. I said, no, I'm starting to see that maybe the other platform I should use is Parrot instead of DJI. You know?
You weren't easy on the guy, that's for sure. But he wasn't
No.
answering any of your questions.
Every time I asked a question, he'd say, thank you for your concern. Let me check on that. And I even asked him, I said, can't you just directly answer a question? Do you not know anything about the smart controller? Do you have to go look it up every time someone asks you a question? I mean, really? Come on. So
You did too. You said, did I get the
yeah,
smart controller tech department?
I did. I even asked if I had the right department. And yeah, so it was less than forthcoming. But he did say that they're going to address that in a firmware update. And I said, okay, wonderful. When? Well, I don't know. He couldn't tell me when they're going to do a firmware update. So, but what I want to do, Jim, is when you look at your smart, where are you looking at to see your current Android version?
The version is in the about tab on the tablet. And it says it's Android 5.1.1.
Okay, did you go look at your system updates under system, under settings, and look at system and see what it says there?
No, but I've tried to update it and it
Um,
doesn't update.
well, when I go to settings and scroll down to system, it shows me Android version of
Mhm.
7.1.1 on the smart controller. So I'm kind of wondering if for some reason yours, Crystal Sky, is not getting the updated version of the Android, or are they using two different versions, one for the Crystal Sky and one for the smart controller? You see what I mean?
Yeah, and then okay, and then they were able to block Google completely on both versions.
Well, because
Well, it's an open
they use the
source.
same
Yeah.
browser. They use the same browser, so they can block it in the browser. That's what they're blocking it with, is the browser, not the Android version. Whatever that browser is the one that's locking you out of Google.
Which
So
they manipulated.
that
Yeah.
much I did figure out. Well, yeah, that or they wrote the browser. I don't know. I've never heard of Lightning, whatever it is, Lightning browser. You know, that's what they use
Yeah.
in there. So that has Google services locked out. But so anyway, yeah, I did not get the same result twice, is what I was trying to get at. Was I flew the thing the other day, live streamed it. Um, I could see the chat, the whole 9 yards on my other device. But I tried to duplicate it again today on location and it wouldn't work. So I've still got some more manipulation to work with. But anyway, while I'm at it, you guys want to see, a quick little clip of the video that I shot today? I'm going to have to turn your sound back on after I start playing this. Hello, Crash Freely. That's a good name right there. I like that. Here's this video clip. There's no sound with this, but this is Trimble Lock and Dam on the Arkansas River. Mavic 2 Pro with an ND8 filter. Hey, Metro. Hey, Jim, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
When's it legal to fly near a power plant?
I believe that's considered critical infrastructure, so that would be a no-no.
That would be a never, right?
Yeah.
What if it's still under construction or appears to be still under construction?
I would say if it's not completed yet, then it's not in operation and not critical infrastructure.
That's what I'm thinking. Uh, when we went into the park today, where this is where I flew from, I asked the park ranger lady, I said, there's no power plant there, right? It's just a lock and dam, right? She said, yep. And I said, okay. Well, there's spots in the video where across the river, like behind where the drone is now,
Yeah.
you can tell they're building something over there. Hello, backwoods droner, little brother and dad. Um, and it's they've got cranes set up and all kinds of stuff, you know. So I imagine that it won't be too much longer, and you won't be able to fly a drone at this dam. You won't be able to film barges going through the lock or nothing because
Yeah.
the power plant and it's just a little power plant. I mean, it's a little one. It's gonna be a little one.
How wide is that lock in reality?
40 foot, 60 foot probably.
All right. Hey, you got a super chat there. I know you
Whoa!
can't see it.
Metro Drones, happy Sunday. Cool, man. As soon as I get back off of this clip. Now, I wanna point something out. You know, I'm always griping on fly legal, right? Don't fly over moving traffic and all that.
Right.
And I've got the original video for all this, but I actually stopped. I had a spotter watching from the left, and I looked up the road to the right. And when the coast was clear, I zoomed across the road where there were no cars. And then later, when I came back across the road, I actually used the drone and looked left and right and paced the cars and everything, and then zoomed back across the road again, just so that I deliberately did that so that I wouldn't be flying over any cars. But so I just get over here and then I do a pull out, and that's going to be about the end of the clip. But yeah, so anyway, kind of cool. Nice looking day, flat water, no wind. I mean, it was pretty fun. And we're going to do the super chat cannons twice. Thank you, Metro. I appreciate that. What's churning in the water? That's the other side. That's the low side of the dam. There's about a 4 or 6 foot elevation difference in the water from the high side to the low side. So that's all the undercurrent coming from under the spillway things, the gates, whatever you call them.
Yeah, spillway.
Yeah. Well, the spillway is the overflow, like
Controlled by the gates.
This is the actual. Well, okay. Well, I thought a spillway was like an overflow. Like if the water's going to go over the dam, it goes through the spillway instead. It's like an emergency drain. But either way, whatever. That's what was causing it. It was the water going through the gates and coming out the other side and all that.
I thought the lock was interesting. You don't see them a lot here. They'll just make the separation wider. But ours is just a river. We don't have commerce going through it.
Yeah, well, not only do we have commerce on most of our rivers up in the central U.S., but because rivers flow downhill, you know, eventually they have to, when they do put in a dam and make a lake or whatever, then they have to put a lock in to allow boats and commerce ships to traverse, you know, pass beyond the dam. And I actually took my 24-foot cabin cruiser through a lock one time. It was kind of an interesting experience.
I saw a documentary a while ago where they were building that Panama Canal and going through that lock system.
Yeah,
Oof,
building that thing
that's wild.
Building that thing was an absolute feat, that's for sure. Ken Herron, first fist bump. Well, I don't have a thing for stickers, but you know what? Well, now I got to click back over here because it don't work unless I do. $3 sticker from Mr. Ken Herron. By golly, I tell you what.
I'm going to say that looks like a lot like a bird too, doesn't it?
Yeah, you know, but I don't have the song, so, and I'm not going to try to sing it and
Oh, heck no.
Everybody bird. A bird is a word. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna. No, that's not gonna happen. How about you? You want to give it a try, Jim? You're welcome to.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
I'll
I'm a good
even. I'll
singer.
make you full screen. I mean, you know.
Uh-oh, Alden
And
from Flight Path hit you.
Aldrin Estacio, $5 super chat. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Supporting the channel in and out because of the kids. Yeah, well, we talked about that, and I did get your email back, Aldrin. I'll send you another one back. We'll
You're going to talk about
next week.
COPA?
Should we talk about COPA?
Why not, since we know nothing about it?
To me, it's pretty simple. Geekspana,
Yeah.
thank you very much. $2 sticker. No, that's not dollars, that's something else. But there's two of them anyway. By golly. Another bird though, right? Man, I'm gonna have to borrow Ken's song. Ken's gonna have to send me his bird song now. People keep doing this. But yeah, COPA is not gonna. To me, it's a non-issue. Okay.
Yeah, I would think for us it would be.
When I looked at my analytics, I had 0 viewers under 18. 0. All of my viewers are 24 to 45 and 45 to 102. You know.
Yeah, mine are older too.
So, to me, it was no big deal. Pound it. I can do that. You know what? How's that? I can do that one.
That worked. The timing was good on that.
Yeah, not bad, huh? You got to be coordinated. You got to use both hands. You know? But anyway, Ken, always a character. Never a dull moment when Ken Herron's in the house. Where was I? Oh, so being that all of my viewers, all of my history since the beginning of my channel, there's been 0% under 18. So, and Sean Oz, $3 thumbs up with another bird. That's all right. You know what, Ken? I'm going to need to have your bird song now, man. You guys keep doing this bird thing. Grumpy's taking the night off. But so because of that, it was really easy. I went to the settings on YouTube and at the channel level said, my channel ain't made for kids. I don't make children's content. Simple. No problem.
I did that too, but then, you know, if you watch Daryl and he has the lawyers on, he has 2 different videos with 2 different lawyers.
But Daryl does a lot of children's content. Daryl's got 5 YouTube channels. Daryl does a lot of work for other YouTube channels. I'm still getting advertisements on my videos. Okay? So I don't care.
Yeah, apparently you wouldn't get comments or anything if they deemed you.
If you set your channel to children 13 and under, you won't get comments, you won't get notifications, you won't get nothing. You won't get ads, you won't get anything. So
what happens to our friend over at the Drone User Group?
Who?
He's doing this stuff for STEM education in the schools. Jerry.
Oh, Jerry. Jerry has to do content for children. Jerry's content is aimed at kids, getting kids into drones and all that kind of stuff. And so Jerry has to say, yeah, his content's made for children.
And then all the STEM channels suffer. So is that fair?
Well,
I think not.
I think not either. I think it's all a bunch of hooey. I think what YouTube ought to do is tell people to mind their children and pay attention to what they're letting them watch. In other words, be a parent and raise your kids. But
well, they sit there and tell you that YouTube is not for children 13 or under, to specifically state that. And so why do they allow those things? If a kid can come on and watch it, the parents would have to make the account for them? I don't know. But it's not our problem. How does it become our problem when they got caught tracking children?
You know, to me, this makes it easier for them to do that. Because now if somebody wants to be a child tracker, pedophile, whatever, all they have to do is make a YouTube channel, and it's as easy as making a Google email address, you know,
Yeah.
and mark it as like they're
Straight
a
for
12-year
kids.
old. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You know, I mean, they've opened the door for that as far as I'm concerned. But that's what our illustrious everyone that knows better than us in the Federal Trade Commission end of the government thinks that that's how it ought to be. So they'll see.
Well, I just look at it like, all right, they got fined 170 million by New York State filing against them.
Yeah,
The COPA's been around since 1998. What took this so long? But
yeah,
anyway,
yeah. I
I
don't
think it
know.
actually hurts more than it helps. And until December 9th, you can still file your opinion with the Federal Trade Commission.
Yeah, this is why you can't count on AdSense from YouTube. Use YouTube to find another thing to help make money. Yeah, that's probably true as well, Sean. Always a
I've
bad apple to
seen,
screw it up for the good ones. Very true, Bob. Floyd, your channel is made for children since I don't have any content that would be considered objectionable. And that's okay, Dennis. That's 100% okay. Um,
but I think you're not going to
your
get any
channel in
comments.
particular, you'll probably be okay, but you're not going to be able to monetize very well because they're not directing ads toward children, as I understand it. I could be wrong on that, but uh, yeah.
If you
Um,
count on AdSense and if YouTube does something like this, yeah, yeah, 60 to 90% of your what would be your normal payment. I wouldn't know what that is. You guys would.
well, but see,
You
I
won't get.
disagree. I disagree. That's only true if 60 to 90% or 20% or whatever percentage of your viewers are kids, because YouTube knows who's watching who. Okay, they can see what's going on.
Right.
And if you got a lot of kids watching your channel, then they're going to put ads on your channel that are aimed at kids. Okay? I don't
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
kids watching my channel. They're not putting ads on my videos directed at children. So I'm not going to lose anything. They're going to continue putting the same old ads they've been putting on mine. It ain't going to make a lick of difference.
But Dennis did. Now, does that hurt him?
It very well might hurt him when he gets monetized, if he's not already. It very well might.
From everything I heard, you're not even going to get comments on your channel.
If you
You-
mark your channel as made for children or family content,
Right.
you won't get notifications. People won't get notifications when you put up a video. They're going to start cutting all that stuff out.
Which goes to my point of you're cutting off STEM for kids and educational and getting them into these things that, it's their future, not ours. Hell, I'm 60. This isn't really for me. This is for the next generation coming up with their autonomous vehicles and all that. But now they
Well,
can't
yeah.
learn from us.
Well, that's, you know, apparently they learned the wrong kind of things from us. So,
Yeah.
so the government's going to step in and take control of it. And they'll screw it up like everything else that they screw up. And YouTube is going to do a knee-jerk reaction, and they're going to overreact and say, you know what? It's not even our problem. We're not the ones making the videos. We're just providing the platform for them to do it. Nail these creators. And the lawyer actually said for the Federal Trade Commission, he said, for me, it's going to be like shooting fish in a barrel. YouTube's the barrel and the creators are the fish. And they're everywhere. They're easy. So,
His
yeah,
exact words.
that was his exact words, exactly.
Little guys you just want to reach out and slap him one when you hear him saying that, like he's
Yeah,
got nothing better to do all
yeah.
day than this nonsense.
Ken just posted a video for everybody to check out later.
On the subject. Yeah, I'm sure it's on the COPA subject.
Well, sure it is. But
Well,
from
I
what,
saw the two lawyers talking about it, and they weren't even
no,
social media lawyers, and they weren't even sure if
no,
how this was going
and
to affect.
and none of them know how it's going to affect everything yet. Nobody knows. But from what I can tell, based on my channel analytics for my channel in particular, it's not going to have any effect at all on me. I don't do children's content. Now, I didn't mark mine adult only, like over 18, because that opens up a whole new can of worms. I just checked the box that says my channel is not made for children, and I do not create children's content.
Oh, see now you got me wondering. I checked the channel thing too, but there was another one for over 18.
Yeah, there's a thing that you can check for over 18, and
I think I said mine was just
that's an age
not.
restriction. Like if you wanted to watch videos, say on live childbirth, okay,
Okay.
that's adult over 18 content because there's things in there that children shouldn't see. You can search on YouTube for all kinds of topics, and you'll find videos that say, you understand this content is above 18 or made for adults only or whatever, and you got to say, yeah, view it anyway. You have to agree to watch it. There's no confirmation, but I imagine that if you're a child's channel and you try to watch something like that, it's not going to let you see it. Even though you say, yeah, let me see it, it's going to block you from doing it.
But they have. So what they're saying is that their own kids app has been a massive failure.
Well, sure. Sure.
And look at Sean Oz and Steve are both saying
Yep.
the government's trying to take control instead of the parents
And it's been that
minding
way
their
for
children.
it's been that way for years and years and years.
Yeah.
Back when I was in high school, Jim, this is a true story. I was a sophomore in high school, and
I believe that.
yeah, I even made it to senior. I actually graduated. No, but I was a sophomore in high school, and my dad worked in an auto body shop. He'd been there for many years. That was his trade, and he was teaching me that trade. And my high school was directly across the interstate from the body shop where he worked. So we rode in the morning together. I would ride with him. I didn't have to ride the bus that way, so that was pretty cool. And when I got my learner's permit, I got to drive, right? Then I'd walk across the interstate, over the bridge, go to school.
Right.
At the end of the day, I'd come back, change out of my school clothes into my work clothes, and then I'd work in the afternoon with my dad at the body shop. Well, this one day, and I don't know why he asked this one day, but we were kind of standing facing each other, and he says, so, did you learn anything interesting today? And I went, yeah, as a matter of fact, I did. He said, what'd you learn? I said, I learned that I don't have to be here at this body shop with you. He says, what do you mean? I said, today, one of the things that they taught us was we didn't ask to be brought into this world. Our parents owe us until we're 18. And that was all it took. You know what happened next?
You got a boot.
No, I got 5 fingers on the end of my nose and my butt planted on the ground.
Yeah,
He said, that's the only thing I owe you. My debt's paid in full, So it's parents, when I was growing up, raised their children. They corrected their children when they did wrong. They taught their children the difference between right and wrong.
Morals, yeah.
Morals, honesty, integrity. Kids today, they don't get taught that. You know what kids today get? They get, here, go sit in the corner and do something, occupy yourself, And that's the problem. It's not the kid's fault. It's not the creator's fault. It's not YouTube's fault. It's the parents' fault. Period.
I don't know how much time you got left, but we got one more subject to talk about.
We got all kinds of time. What's the next subject we got to talk about? So now you all know what I think about COPPA and what I did with my channel personally. I don't see it's going to be an effect on me. I don't make stuff for kids.
Well, apparently we won't find out till January anyway.
Yeah.
But they got to talk about the idiot who flew a Phantom 3 in Vegas in January of 18. And
Oh, you mean stuff
the
that's
airport
like
apparently,
2-year-old news?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we still got to talk about that.
He
Why?
didn't answer the FAA at all. So they had given him a $14,000 fine. He just stuck his head in the sand. Now it's up to 20,000.
Uh huh. All
And he
because
tried to say that he lost control of it.
he wasn't a pilot.
Let me ask you something. If you lose control of your drone, and I don't know how the Phantom 3s were, but they were Wi-Fi. I know that.
I had a Phantom
If,
3. I had a
okay,
Phantom
if
3
you
standard,
lost
in fact.
if you lost control of it at some point, wouldn't you lose the video transmission signal?
Mm-hmm.
Because this guy's got a flight filmed the whole way right as it lands onto McCarran Airport.
Well, he may have got that off the SD card too.
Okay, that makes sense.
But even the Phantom 3, when it loses signal from the controller, it automatically returns to home. Okay? He didn't lose control. He didn't lose signal. For whatever reason, he may have lost GPS and the drone went into ATTI mode and started drifting, and he was not a pilot, so he didn't know how to fly to bring it back. That's what I'm guessing, but it's just
it doesn't look like
stipulation.
any attempt.
I don't have any of the facts. I've seen the video. I watched it on Ken's show the other night. That's all I know about it. But I've lost control of my drones before. I mean, hell, I had 2 of them do a midair collision. You know, a Mavic Pro Platinum and an Inspire 1 Pro. Yeah, so I've had things like that happen.
And mine cut out 8,000 feet away. A Matrice 210.
Yeah.
Matrice 210 RTK in RTK mode, 5,000 feet away, cut out. It came
Phantom
home.
3 Pro was Light Bridge. Well, the Phantom 3 Standard was Wi-Fi.
It was. It was.
But so that's just my opinion. I think it's
that the one he was using, Ken? Do we know that?
It looks like it was just drifting in ATTI mode.
Yeah. Wasn't going fast at all, but from that video there was no control movements at all.
No.
From beginning to end.
No. Exactly. And if he had compass errors, I've taken off from steel-laden areas. Not sure which one dumbass had. Oh, yeah, dumbass. Yeah, okay.
Only the lateral commands were not responding. I didn't see him making any movements at all, actually. I just saw it just drifting.
Yeah. But we don't have all the facts and we don't have all the details. It's easy to be an armchair quarterback, but...
Yeah.
Now I forgot what I was going to say.
About control over the P3.
Yep, it's gone. Poof. History. It's out of... You're out of there! Yeah, I never had a problem with it, but even the P3 Standard, the one I had auto return to home. Yeah, squirrel. I know, right, Bob? It even had auto return to home if it loses connection with the controller. And I tested that because I shut the controller off. I flew the drone out 200 feet away from me at my house. Open field, woods, trees, doesn't matter. Shut the controller off. The drone sat there for a second, and then it came back and landed just about where it took off from, within a couple of feet.
So that was your P3. It would return
P3,
to home.
Yep. P3 standard.
So that gives this guy a standard.
Yeah.
That gives them even less excuses.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never lost one, but I've had problems, and when I've had problems, I've not panicked. I've had a plan. If something goes wrong, I execute the plan and solve the problem. Simple,
Make sure it's high enough. Press
you
the
know?
button only once.
Um, so
Pressing the
yeah,
button multiple times does not help. That's just a clue. It's a tip.
it's like the elevator button.
Eh, Not going to come any faster.
Nope. It doesn't make a slick of difference.
That's a
Hello,
great.
Lloyd. Um, so yeah, I don't have a bit of
Sympathy?
yeah, I don't feel sorry for the guy. First of all, when it happened, he should have contacted somebody and said, "Man, this just happened. I don't know what went wrong. I'm a new pilot, whatever kind of story he wanted to make up or tell. He should have
He could
started
have got
telling
away
it right
with.
then. He should have
Yeah.
started telling it right then. And they'd have probably slapped his hand and said, "Take this childish toy and go away and don't ever let it happen again."
Remembering the one in New York Harbor, that been around Manhattan Island, where he sat there and had that little accident with the helicopter. He was up front. He stayed there. He didn't run from the scene.
Yep. You know,
Instead, this guy posted it on YouTube and gave it to the news channel. Come on, man.
yeah, I don't know when he sold it to the news channel, but probably after he got the notice he was getting fined $20,000. But
Well, apparently, there were
and it's worse
multiple
because
chances.
it landed actually at the airport. It landed on airport property, McCarran International Airport, no less.
You see the runway, yeah.
Yeah.
You even see a helicopter, and it goes past the helicopter.
Dennis, thank you for coming in and visiting tonight. I appreciate you being here. You could have been anywhere and you chose to be here, and that's really cool. So,
And thanks for the other morning, too, Dennis. I hope it wasn't too boring. I did a Saturday morning live instead of Rodney Bell.
oh,
My town just isn't interesting. I just can't make it interesting no matter what I do.
well, I don't know. I was thinking when I was watching you fly by the golf course there, I was thinking, damn, Jim, you better quit complaining about all the houses because the guy that owns that little 9-hole pitch and putt golf course,
Yeah.
he could sell that and they can build another 100 houses on that land.
They build around here like crazy. You know
Well,
what? And you know
sure.
why? Because
Sure.
in a city over, they've got L3 merged with Harris. They've got Northrop merged with Grumman, and they're all hiring for all this autonomous crap.
Mm-hmm.
So, the stuff that's not coming. Literally asked people why they were moving here because there's literally no reason to move to this town, which calls itself a city, which
Yeah.
is a joke. But
Well,
anyway,
you do have options, Jim.
yeah, I got to go by you out in the middle of nowhere.
And you
Well,
know what?
not where you are now, where you were. Yeah.
Yeah. At
But
my
then it won't
place,
have any cable.
my property, well, you got to give something to get something. Like I gave up cable TV to get $142 a year property tax on 5 acres. Okay? And to have $24 license tags. Okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would much rather live where I could get fiber optic internet. This fiber optic internet here is amazing. Amazing. So
You got 300 or what? Or you past that?
380.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, is Ken still here?
I don't know. He
Ken,
was here a few minutes ago.
I should have asked him. I didn't think of it at the time. He has Spectrum like I do. And
Yeah.
I know he upgraded to what they call their gigabyte plan, but it's really like 920 down and
Yeah.
I
And
think it's
40 up
30.
or something. 30
Yeah,
or
yeah,
40 up. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, okay. Ken is here. How is that Spectrum plan working out? Because, by the way, they want double the price from me for that same plan that you got. I think it's only because it's Ken Herron. He got the Ken Herron Spectrum special.
Well, Ken Herron could use a alias address and get a Spectrum special in Florida. No, before we know it, Ken Heron will be promoting Spectrum, and he'll have a discount code. Heron44 for a 5% discount.
I'll tell you what, that would help since they're raising the internet price by $5.
$129 a month.
Yeah, it's $240 or something here for the same gigabyte plan.
The 300 plan here normally on the AT&T fiber optic is $75. They're doing a special where they match if you got the 100 gigabyte plan, they'd bump you to the 300 gigabyte plan speed wise,
right,
for $50, which the 100 gigabytes $50, and that's symmetrical because it's fiber optic, so it's 100 down, 100 up. So I went with the 300 plan because I was getting it for the price of the 100 plan, right? $50.
right.
So $50 a month gets 300 down, 300 up, symmetrical, but it's not 300 up and down. In fact, let me try.
Well, while you're looking at that,
I don't
mine
know
is.
if I can do this. I'm gonna try.
Mine's 100 down, 10 up for 75 a month.
I'm gonna add an input, and I'm gonna do
Ken
desktop
says it's worth
capture,
every penny.
and I'm gonna do. I don't have any idea what display. Okay, that's number 3, so I can close that one. Add input.
Yeah,
desktop
that never
capture,
never stuck,
desktop.
Sean.
Number 2. Okay, that's my main screen. Wouldn't you know it? I did screen number 3, number 2, and now I'm gonna do screen number 1, and that'll be the one I want. You know, obviously the last one I get. Display number 1. Okay. Well, that's not it. Did I do it?
I just tested 972 down, 47 up. Wow. I think the plan's 30 up, isn't it? But you're getting 47? Wow. I got to look at that now.
Ken just tested, and he's getting how much? Getting what?
972 down, 47 up right now.
Add input, desktop capture, local desktop, display number 1.
I'm looking mine up right now.
Okay, that's the main one. All right. So now I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to do local desktop, and I'm going to do display number 2. And that's showing me the same thing. What in the world is going on here? I've got 3 monitors, and only 2 of them are being recognized. So, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Close that, close that. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to open this, and I'm going to click on this. And I'm going to move it over. Whoops.
All these plans. All you want is the internet.
And I'm going to minimize that, and I'm going to maximize that. Okay.
What are you doing?
Wow. Who? Me?
Yeah.
I'm moving things around. Watch this. Check this out. Let me turn your audio back on. Now there's my speed test, right?
Right.
Are you seeing it? I'm going to click go, and you can see exactly what it does. The ping is 17 milliseconds. Oh, it's spooking out on me here. It's only 2:30. I wonder why it's so slow. It should be about 380. Look at that, 500 down or up. It bounces around. Yeah, I'm getting 380 up, 400. How crazy is that? There's my speeds right there, right at this very moment. And a super chat from Steve Carpenter. Thank you very much, Steve. Very kind of you, sir. I appreciate it. Very nice. Very, very nice.
We don't. They don't.
Yeah, Bob, I know I'm live at the moment.
They got everything on the business plan. So I would even have to go to a business plan if I wanted that 940 megabyte, which they call gigabyte plan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go business. So Spectrum is owned by Charter. Well, I don't know why the price increases every time they sell it. It started off as Time Warner, went to Bright House Networks,
I have
and
no
now it's
idea.
Spectrum.
I
Each
have,
time the price keeps going up.
yeah, yeah. And that's what they do. Somebody else will buy it and say, well, we got to get our money back from spending all this money, so let's raise the price on all the people that are supporting us.
But our basic now is 100 megabytes down, 10 up. You might get that if the rest of the neighborhood isn't on it at the same time. I had to get off the wireless and actually hook this straight up.
Oh, yeah?
I bought a 100-foot cord,
Oh, wow.
so I could do that.
Yeah. Well, so I showed a little bit of my dam video. Uh,
The
talked
damn
about
video.
Kappa. Yeah. Talked about Kappa. What else did we talk about? We talked about the internet stuff. Um, 350 down and 27 up. See, 27 up doesn't get it. 27 up ain't enough.
Still beating me.
I mean,
My best is 10.
you can't run a live stream and run and host guests and stuff if all you got's 27, 20, 25. You need more than that on the up.
Wow. But Jim Wallace has got Spectrum, $64 a month, 350 down and 27 up.
That's what I was just talking about for doing live
Man,
stream.
everybody's got a better plan than me.
I mean, if you're running StreamYards where you're using their servers, then that's one thing. Or if you're using, well, StreamYards is about the only thing now, isn't it? Since Google Hangouts is gone, there's another streaming thing that you can use. What is it, Jim? You know what I'm talking about? Not StreamYard, but something else.
OBS, Twitch.
No,
What?
OBS, you're running your own stuff. Something where you go to another server like StreamYard does, like Google Hangouts used to do.
I don't remember.
I think
I
there's
haven't
another
gone
one.
to that.
But anyway, if you're running StreamYards, uh, you don't need any up. You need 5 enough to support your own camera because you're going to their server. Everybody's going to their server and then out to YouTube. Zoom, that's it. Thank you, Mitch.
Oh, you mean for that? Yeah. And I
Uh,
own my own modem and I own my own router.
bye.
So I don't pay those monthly fees.
Thank you, Ken. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for the super chats. No, the super stickers. And we'll see you on the other end.
And for answering that question.
What's that?
Answering my internet question.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for answering the internet question. Thanks for being willing to share the information, too. A lot of people don't like to tell what they pay for stuff, you know. But anyway, so we've talked about all that stuff, and we burned up a whole doggone hour. Oh, we talked about the smart controller streaming stuff.
Yeah.
Crystal Sky streaming. So I'll keep working on that. I'll find an answer. You watch. I'll figure that
How
out.
can we be the only ones? Aren't any of you guys trying to stream from your Crystal Skies or smart controllers? I know a lot of people just don't want to go through the hassle of testing new stuff,
And they don't want to, a lot of them don't stream. Like Bob Casey flies, but he doesn't stream. Chris uses his iPad with RTMP.
That's what I have to do.
And Jim doesn't, Mitch, he does his streaming from his house, not so much his drone. Steve Carpenter's the same way. They use the RTMP or the iPad. You pay an arm and a leg and a right toe. You're paying too much.
Is he?
Yeah, that toe is just over the top. That's over the limit. Anyway. Yeah, so I was saying Mitch does his streaming from his house, not his drone, so it's not a deal, not a problem for him. But anyway, well, I'm going to get it figured out, though. I'm going to find a combination that's reliable, that'll work every time. That I promise you.
Well, what I was figuring, if you're doing a job, right? If, it's nice to be able to offer to be able to stream it so the customer can see it, the
Well,
client can see it.
and I can stream it to Facebook if I want to.
Can you? But then you still can't go unlisted, right?
If I did it to a private Facebook, it would work. You'd have to set up a private Facebook, a whole new
Right.
account, you know. But the smart controller has a USB port on it. And I'm wondering if I was to hook that USB port to my tablet, would that output to the tablet
It should
that I
because
could
my
stream from the tablet that way? You know what I mean? Just plug the tablet into the smart controller?
well the video out. I know I use the HDMI on it and I put it to a
Yeah, but
TV.
I don't have you can't put that into a tablet though, into an iPad. You see where I'm going? I'm thinking
Yeah.
out of the
And
smart
what app would
controller
you use?
well, that's what I'm trying to wonder. That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
There's a mirror
I see what
app
you're.
that you can use the Wi-Fi. It actually uses Wi-Fi connection from your controller to your tablet, and it's wireless. And there's an app that you have to run on both devices, and they play well together. And then you get a second display wirelessly. Okay?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if you had that, then maybe you could use that to stream. So I don't know.
Yeah, Bob, you're right. Because none of this was advertised or told to anybody, and it's
Oh,
certainly
it's
not in
smart.
any
It's
of
just
their.
it just got Google services blocked is all. And YouTube
I
will tell you,
remember.
use Facebook, suck wind, pound sand, take a hike. Yeah.
And we tried doing it to
No,
Greg
DJI,
Kunart's
not YouTube.
private
YouTube
server.
don't tell you that. Yeah, we even tried to do it to a private server with the RTMP and it wouldn't work.
Right.
But that was using that browser though too. Now
That was using that browser
I
and
want to try and get
RTMP.
back with Greg and using a different browser. I'm gonna test that.
You
some more.
know,
By the way,
you know,
speaking of Greg,
after we.
speaking of Greg, Jim, how many people are in the chat right now? 27? 27. I want you to write a number on a piece of paper between 1 and 27, from 1 to 27. Okay?
All
How are
right.
we going to do this? Everybody in the chat's got to have their own number, though. So how's this going to work?
Oh, jeez.
That's going to be difficult to make happen.
Yeah, it is.
See, T-Bird's got 24. Okay, slow down, guys. Slow down. Slow down. Don't
He
get,
hasn't even come up with the plan yet.
don't go to throwing numbers out there. I don't have a plan together yet. Oh,
Isn't
yeah.
there's one of those chat things, right? Lloyd, what is it? It picked someone in the chat for you?
Not in the chat. You
No?
can do it with the comments, but Mitch says number 1. There you go. And Lloyd doesn't
I
need
didn't
one.
go
Yeah,
yet, Monty.
Lloyd knows where I'm going. Lloyd knows where I'm headed here.
I do.
Brent Nunley says 2. Steve Carpenter
Hey,
said
AZ.
17. T-Bird said 24.
I was going to pick number 11, and none of you came up with it yet.
Okay, Murdoch said 5 before Dennis did, so Dennis, you have to pick a different number. Bob Casey's got 27. Dennis will pick 10. Did you write down a number yet, Jim?
I just said it out loud. I'll have to pick another one.
Yeah, write a number down. Cash Freely's got 3. Anywhere from 1 to 27. Well, 26 now. Flight Path has got 14. Okay, so far no duplicate numbers. All right. Rick Halber says 16. Okay, guys, this is good. Nice and slow. We can keep up with this way. This works out. Mike B,
All
pick
right,
a
now
number between 1 and 20. Okay, 22. Mike B says 22.
can you see my camera without them seeing it? So you know
Um,
that I ain't lying, that
yeah,
I'm not lying.
yes, I can go right here and I can go, where do I have to go? I have to go to this one and I have to go to settings and I have to go to here. And where is call above and beyond? I can turn your camera off the live stream. Now, Jim, if you
Okay.
look at the live stream, you'll see you
Yeah.
just disappeared. Okay,
Right.
but they can still hear you.
Can
Okay,
you see my no?
I see your number. Okay,
Okay. Thank you.
hide it. I'm gonna turn your camera back on.
Okay. So
Okay,
everybody knows, you know, I'm not lying now.
Jim has picked a number, and the lucky person that picks the same number that Jim did, uh, will win a subscription to No Limit Drones. And if anybody knows what that is, that's software that you can use to modify your go for, fly your own drone, however you want to fly it, basically.
It gets rid of your no-fly zones, but it still maintains airport integrity.
Yes. Okay, T-Bird's out. He says he already has one. Well, so far, nobody's got the number. So, too bad, because everybody that's picked a number so far, and nobody's got the number. Well,
Keep picking them, guys.
maybe we won't give it away this week. Well, they can't
You get
keep
one a
picking them.
week, don't you?
They
Don't you
can't.
get one a week from Greg?
No, I don't get one a week. You can't change numbers. You got to keep the same number you started with, everybody.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna have two to give away, but only this 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Well, one person picked a number, but it's their second number, so that's my fault, right?
mm, oh, they started with another number, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah.
No, Phantom Hodges, the number's only for the number of people that was in chat, which was, what, 27 or something?
27.
Well, you did say start picking more numbers, people, and so they did. So
And only one person has picked the number.
and only one person has done it so far. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and call it at that. And Jim, you want to put your number up there that you picked? Show it on the camera now.
Okay.
Here's the number that Jim wrote down, everybody. Number 18. So
Wait, am I too low? Oh, yeah, right there.
now you're too high.
Jesus.
Lord, there you go, right there, right there. Number 18 is the number that Jim wrote on his piece of paper. So, Mike, send an email to Greg at Oz by Drone and tell him that you were the winner, and he will give you a code for No Limit Drones. And that's compliments of Greg Kunart and No Limit Drones, of course. You're welcome. You won twice today. You won candy from Art, and now you won this. Today's your lucky day, man. Go buy a lottery ticket. Lloyd says go to the casino. No, I'd say go buy the lottery ticket. It's cheaper.
I could buy lottery tickets every day. It wouldn't make a darn bit of difference. I don't ever come close.
You know, I don't win, but then I don't play anymore. I used to play. But I'll tell you a story about the lottery. You guys are...
Next competition now will be Mel's number for the Inspire 3.
Yeah. You better look for a Mavic 3 first before an Inspire 3.
You know, there have been one channel that I know of that you have to pay to be part of says there's going to be an Inspire 3. So that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I think there'll probably be an Inspire 3, but I think there'll be a Mavic 3 first.
What would be cool is since they came out with their X gimbal that you can actually put your DSLR camera on, and it will hook up to the current Inspire 2 connection system, Inspire 2 Matrice connection system. They would have to make that Inspire 3 pretty beefy in order to hold up a DSLR.
Yeah, yeah. The Inspire 2 will do it now. I think it will.
You don't think that'd overheat the engines?
No.
The motors?
No. No, I don't think so. But
well, that would cut battery time down for sure.
Well, yeah, the more weight you haul, the less time you get to fly. Makes sense.
You got to put a better rake on the propellers. Yep.
That might start getting the motors hot. I don't think you should change anything. Just put the payload under it and fly it. But I don't know.
No.
Could be wrong.
Well, the X5S is actually lighter than the X5 that was on the Inspire 1.
Mm-hmm. Not by much, though.
No. We're talking grams.
Yeah.
We're talking grams.
Yeah.
How much does a DSLR weigh?
Speaking of grams,
it's the lens.
Depends on the DSLR and the lens.
Yeah.
An M50 or something might be better, but I've got a Nikon D7100, and that thing's a beast.
Yeah, maybe not the A7300, right? Probably an M50, yeah.
Speaking of grams, the Mavic Mini, 249 grams. And I hope Steve Carpenter's still here, because I seen where Steve made a comment where if you put a 164 gig SD card in that drone, it'll be overweight, but not with a 64 gig. I hope he was kidding, because y'all know that an SD card only weighs 0.25 grams, right? Y'all know that, the micro SD cards, and it doesn't matter the memory size. They all weigh the same.
Look at his Inspire X.
Look at what? The Inspire
Steve's
X
new
will be able
Inspire
to
X.
Oh. It'll carry a DSLR plus a thermal camera. Well, now you're talking M210.
See? Now you don't need anything.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to figure out, how to mount the FLIR View Pro R on the Matrice 210.
Get the adapter because it goes under the Inspire, right? The Inspire 2?
Same system.
So all you need is that $150 adapter plate that goes between the Matrice gimbal mount and the camera.
Yeah. And it's a gimbal adapter that's made for the
XT.
XT.
Yeah, same one. Or you can use bubblegum and baling wire and just, carry it there to make it look good.
There's actually a guy out there that makes not gimbals but holders. So this thing will hold the FLIR View Pro R just in place out in front in one of the two gimbals slots.
In one of the two mounts?
Yeah.
Okay. Remember,
so you have the
X5S
that like
button.
One.
That's right, everybody. Smash that like button. I can't even see how many likes we got. But we did get some make it rain. And maybe it's not what you need, Bob. Maybe it's what you like or what you want. Like Jim, he's got a whole fleet. I used to have a squadron. I don't have a squadron anymore. I'm down to 3 aircraft. Well, 4 if you count my Tiny Hawk. And that Mavic 2 Zoom is still for sale, y'all. So anybody's interested in that, hit me up. Bob, thank you. Steve, Doc Murdoch, Crash Freely, Lloyd, Steve Carpenter, Mike B, Brent, everybody that came tonight. T-Bird, Drone Life, Mitch, Dennis Lovelady, everybody that came tonight. Thank you very much for being here. You could have spent your Sunday evening anywhere, and you chose to spend it here, and I really, honestly do appreciate that. That being said, you know what time it is, Jim?
Time to go.
Time to go. Thank you for coming in, visiting about what we're working on with the smart controller and the crystal sky and all that. And,
Appreciate your work on it, actually.
Well, we just have to figure out what we can get done. But anyway, thank you for being here, buddy.
You're quite welcome. I appreciate it. I really do.
Yeah. Have a good night, everybody. Mitch, Jody, everybody. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Have a good night. All right, everybody, I'm going to use the last 30, 40 seconds here to tell everybody thank you again for being here this evening. I really do appreciate you being here. Thank you for all the super chats and super stickers. That was way cool. And everyone, please have a very safe and happy Thanksgiving holiday weekend. We all have lots to be thankful for. We have each other. We have our loved ones. We have our friends. We have our hobbies. We have our toys. We all have a lot to be thankful for. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.